So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and what a better way to start 2026 with a look back at 2025. And I might have pissed some people off recently with some comments I made, so let's just go ahead and start 2026 as a bang. And I'm going to make similar comments in this video. So this is going to be my top 5 movies for 2025, and I'll talk about some honorable mentions. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the list. Let's go.
The number of the day is 5.
So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. There's a sign back there that says JeffMan316 Live. What is that, you might ask? That's where you and I join up right here on this channel, usually Sunday nights around 9 p.m. Eastern. We talk about pop culture. We talk about physical media. We talk about the best and worst that we've seen, whether it be at the theater or physical media. And what is this video? This is going to be my top 5 movies of 2025. And why am I wearing this jacket? Well, this is a precursor for the 2025 Jeffy Awards. Yeah, I'm going to do some posts on my community tab of YouTube where I'm going to ask you guys to help me pick some of the best physical media, movies, all kinds of stuff of 2025 in categories. You get to vote, and then here in the next couple weeks I'll be doing a video where we do the 2025 Jeffy Awards, and we'll go out and I'll make those announcements. So I thought I'd get in the mood as we do a top 5 list. Now, there was a lot of movies that came out this year, and I'm looking back at my list of basically 10 of my favorites. They all happen to be horror movies. Now, I love horror. I support it on the channel. I just think horror made it a comeback in a big way. And some of my favorite movies this year, or actually my top ones, are all horror. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some honorable mentions. These are in no particular order. I could not figure out what order I wanted to put them in, so that's why I didn't do a top 10 list. So I'm just going to go ahead and mention 5 movies that are honorable mention that are right outside my top 5. I'm going to start with Bring Her Back. Really good movie. I bought it, about an A24 4K of it. It was a really good movie, well made, well acted, but I thought it was a little, I don't know, it was obviously full of dread. It was one that I probably would not watch a lot, even though it was pretty powerful. So I think rewatchability on some of these is going to be the reason that I put it in my top 5. So Bring Her Back, really good. A movie that I was really surprised about, that I went to the theater to see, Hard Eyes. A really good Valentine's Day thriller slasher, pun intended, I guess. One of the things that held it back, though, I thought, was it didn't go all in on the concept. I thought they could have done a little more with the mask. I did a full review of that one on the channel, so I'll put a card up here. You can check back at that. But it was really good, kind of old school, but just didn't go all the way with the concept. So what's next? Dangerous Animals. You know, I love Jaws, my favorite movie. This was a shark movie that actually had slasher elements. Jai Courtney, however you pronounce his name, did an excellent job in it. And I've mentioned to a couple people, he's somewhat, to me, thought of as a franchise killer. And I can talk about more about that in another video. But I thought it was a good concept, and I love sharks. So really creative, a way to bring sharks back onto the big screen. So I've bought a Steelbook of that. Speaking of a Steelbook that I bought, Clown in a Cornfield. Now, I didn't know anything about this when it was announced. And then I know it's based on some books, but I thought it was a really good concept when I first saw it. But once I got into the movie and you figure out what's actually going on in the movie, I thought it maybe killed the concept a little bit for me. I think that it got watered down a little bit. Once you found out what was going on and why they were doing it. I didn't like that part of it. The twist, I guess is what you want to call it, at the end. Just didn't do that much for me, but it was a really good low-budget horror movie. I like it. So this is the one now. It's probably my biggest honorable mention. It hovers right outside of the top 5. And this is the one that's going to piss a lot of people off. Sinners. I know most people put it as number 1. I don't. I mentioned in a Facebook group that I didn't think that Sinners was as good as everybody said it was. I thought it was overrated. It's really good. It's well acted. It's well made. Tremendous cinematography. It's got some really cool moments in it. But damn, man, the first 45 minutes is some of the most boring shit I've ever seen. I am not listening to Jeffrey, but he's still talking. Everybody talks about Michael B. Jordan, what a great job he did. I don't know the actor's name. I didn't look it up. But the guy that plays Sammy in it, I thought he did a way better job acting-wise. And I didn't see anything vampire-related that I felt like that I hadn't already seen before, other than the time period it was in. And you can do that in any movie, like From Dusk Till Dawn did it in some of the prequels, or at least in one of them. It just didn't do that much for me. But I'm also not a huge vampire movie fan. And like I said, I'm not a big period piece fan. If you know, if you follow the channel, I talk about it. I'm not a huge fan of Westerns because of that. It's got to have something really creative, really cool. I love the musical number, the one in particular, and I thought that was kind of cool. But it took about 45 minutes for me to get into the movie, and that's a little too long for me. So a little long in the tooth. I also thought Haley, was her name Steinfeld? I didn't think she was as good in it as everybody said she was. I thought she was a little dry. And just because she curses a little bit and then is a little risque and comes, totally out of her element that she's normally in, I don't think it did enough for me. So enough about Sinners and enough about these honorable mentions. Here's the official top 5 movies for me in 2025 from 5 down to 1. And I'm going to give you, obviously, a few reasons why. So, number 5. The Monkey. Oz Perkins, if you're not familiar with him, he's Anthony Perkins from Psycho fame. That's his son. He's really done some really cool, creative movies. I really love The Monkey. I thought it was almost similar to Final Destination with a really cool, creative twist to it, concept. Had some awesome kills in it, some really cool moments, and then when you find out really what's going on, it kind of takes it down a different path, and it's still, like I said, it really interests me from beginning to end. Speaking of that, like I said, what I thought the concept was similar to, number 4 on my list. Number 4 is a little surprising to me because going into it, when you have a sequel that's this far down the path of in the franchise, they usually get worse. This one got better. Final Destination Bloodlines. I don't think it's the best one. I really love the first one. And I kind of have, for some reason, like the third one with the roller coaster. I'm not sure. But shit, it's definitely number 2 or 3 in the franchise. They took the concept, they flipped it on its head. I'm not going to spoil it, but the beginning that you normally have happen in these movies, they even changed the way that was presented. It's got some awesome kills in it, some of the best ones of the franchise. It felt fresh to me, so it was a fresh take on an old concept that I love. I love this franchise. Final Destination Bloodlines. See it if you haven't already. So number 3. Number 3, I thought it was a creative concept, but based on what I just read, that it could have been stolen from somebody else. But to me, it was fresh. Together. I love Alison Brie, almost everything she's done. And Dave Franco, I thought they did an excellent job. Maybe it's because they're a real couple in real life. It brought some authenticity to it. It made it feel real. It made it feel like the struggle was there, that the emotions were real. It's got some really good body horror. Now, I wished it took it a little farther. I've seen some gross body horror movies, but there was a couple moments in it when things happen where they cut or go dark right when you want something to happen. But with that being said, there's really are some good moments in it that's going to shock you. I also thought the ending, I knew what was going to happen. It still kind of hit me. And almost made me feel a little uneasy when and that whole movie kind of has an uneasy feeling to it. So together, I love it. Now, number 2. Number 2 is a number 2. It's a sequel. And once again, didn't think that it was going to be as good. And it might not be quite as good as the original, but it's pretty damn close. Black Phone 2. I love it. Ethan Hawke does a great job. The kids that are in it do a great job. What do? They take the original concept and they add to it. They make more of a Nightmare on Elm Street type Freddy Krueger vibe to the Grabber. The Grabber to me in this one is even more scary. I don't know if I got scared, but creepier. A better concept than the original. Takes it to another level. As far as now he can get you when he's not even in reality. I just love that concept. I came out of the theater, really wanted to see it again, and I bought it just now. It was in my latest movie haul. Watch that. Black Phone 2. A great companion piece to the first one. You can watch both of them, and they feel totally different vibes. So what is my number 1 movie of the year? My number 1 movie of the year, Weapons. I love everything about this. A lot of people don't like it because of the way it's made. I love the non-linear storytelling. It's kind of like Quentin Tarantino made a horror movie. I love how you've got like maybe two main characters. Josh Brolin is really good in this. I wish his part was a little juicier, so to speak, or a little more, but he does a great job. That scene where he's sleeping on the bed and wakes up, man, it's got some great acting in it. I love almost everything he's in, but either way. So, going back to what I was talking about, the non-linear storytelling is awesome. You take each main character, you tell the story from their point of view, and right when it intersects with somebody else, you take it down another path, see an alternate version or a viewpoint of what's happening around that same time. And they do that with like 5. And then I had no clue of what the hook was going to be. And when it happened, I was kind of like, oh, that's it. And then it takes off in a totally different direction. And then the ending is where the most gruesome part happens. I'm not going to spoil it, but the ending was kind of shocking to me. I didn't think they were going to do that in this movie. So Weapons, it surprised me all the way around. It's got great acting. I love the storytelling. I love everything about it. Weapons is my movie of choice for 2025. And we close the book, so to speak, on 2025 with this video. Technically, I'm posting it on the 1st, so we're opening up the next chapter. Put in the comments down below. I know everybody's going to hate me for not putting Sinners in the top 5, but that's okay. It's all subjective to what you have watched, what you like, the things that have molded you as a movie viewer, and that just didn't do it for me. But it probably did it for you, and I don't need to hear any of this bullshit that I don't get the subtext and the social commentary in it. Yes, I do. I understood all of that, and it's great, and I'm glad movies can bring that to the theater and make people see that. Just because it's not in my top 5 doesn't mean it's not a good movie. I like Sinners, but I don't love it, and it's not in my top 5 list, but it's right outside of the top 5. So hopefully you guys like the list, and if you don't, put in the comments down below. Let me know what your top 5 are, what the reasons are. You can totally disagree with everything on my list, but that's okay, because we can have differences of opinions and talk about it, and that's what makes movies great. Everybody has a different experience with it. So I love you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel in 2025. Hopefully you'll keep supporting me in 2026. One of the easiest ways to do it is on every video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all that normal YouTube stuff. I love you guys. Like I said, keep supporting me, and I'll keep making content. Please look at the description down below for all of my social media links. For my Valoria video, I'm not going to shield too much in this one. Affiliate link and the code JeffMan316 that you can use to get yourself 10% off your first purchase. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you are a supporter, thank you once again. But hit the notification bell once you subscribe, and you'll know when I post new videos. So until next time, boys and girls, and soon it's going to be time for the Jeffy Awards. This has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there and happy 2026.